This is Kessben 93.3 FM, a new wave of excellence in radio.
And the game,
okay, one of the long-awaited transfers, finally, and Ababi to just say, Daniel Levy Jaho, Akomiami, the family call holidays, until the buy and forka, on you're ready to meet them. Hurricane Bay Stay, Obeko, the childhood club. I want in the cheer a dear and a hurricane Ebeka in the final minute. And my maker say, the moment an English player, a foreign club, I saw open. Now I didn't be a chess branded will move. But Obian him said dealing with a tough negotiator, no, so 1 2 Boasia, Obe Brett will beat me. I landed that particular top player for me a friend Bayern Munich. But finally, deal no about BC I'm a Tottenham Hotspur penning for Daniel Levy Diatum because Joe Louis Babekan say, on Muntimint now on train, and my branch any contract in Messica or more penning coqua. Into Sasana and community any dear. The priority now, NSA branch and Bakakusina can idea Bayern Munich to say the other legends have won the chair say individual awards near enough. I was so near trophies and after games near Timidia Kyle. So at the age of 30, you have to move on. And you know, Bayern for Naba almost 86 million pounds, 99.7 million euros, and almost the for a team my friend Tottenham Hotspur. Sabrantia ye friend Hurricane. Onya na omra misiakan emfa moma Tottenham Hotspur etimi agiatum. Obi busa say Adentina Bayern Munich enko for 23-year-old Dusan Vlahovic. No mo kwa spend sika kesi we e wa branch ye friend Hurricane ho. Do you know Hurricane betimi am 4 seasons fe. So Bayern Munich team na. Do you know it is a team that they believe it is already made. Because already made that. Last 2 seasons they played in the semi-finals of the Champions League. And I did not near Mankoyi. Last season it was Manchester City. And I say you are free at the quarter-finals. And she teams are you free and their performance in the group stage. PSG with all their stars and Timia Matthew Omo at the Parc des Princes and at the Allianz Arena. Inti almost fast, no. Almost the missing piece within their setup. And almost there be. Omo team ni baby e kwan da no ye Leon Goretzka yemre and omo se omo kofa Konrad Lima from a team e friend RB Leipzig kane no oni abrante e friend Michel Sabista na si akan 6 and 8 e de momo and omo de abrante na ba be ka Joshua Kimmich and Leon Goretzka ho wo mfimfin omo sa wie no omo se da bi omo team na animo no anytime bi omo ya major force in Europe a omo team ya titles bia no Genoa omo wo bi ejina omo team na animo ba Otimima omu goals. So from Jed Muller, Giovanni Elba to Robert Lewandowski. No omu be here and number 9 of them goals. Chipo Martin is not the real deal. Omu creative forces like Aya Kingsley Coman, Omu Abrante Fendi German Muzela, Omu setting up probating goals from the wide areas. And in defense, so Omu push you obi say Afonso David Ebel anymore. Or were a lot of creativity in his left foot. The only thing left, any obi or the ball in the better him. It is so be the ball better them. Now team no team a team ball consistently at the knockout stage of the competition with huge experience there. That you need a predator, a goal scorer. I'll bet me that individual performance at the big stages. A Champions League venues at the European night. And you know I say, oh, Penasa Hurricane you available there. You know, obviously you choose Hurricane ahead of Abrante Fendi Vlahovic. All 23 years on Nimbo. But the level no enu Hurricane and Makana say so share diana and say place no money in the air na the echere say and kurani bebre ntimi nyam romo so nti omo options omo betimi aye ediat abron kurane so nti even look at Cristiano Ronaldo, look at Lionel Messi, look at Zlatan Ibrahimovic, look at Thiago Silva. You know all these Disney ball omo dey in the final minute no e ball echere with Hurricane say or you fit na so timi abody you know betimi am at least more than 4 years and this is what Bayern needs until Hurricane are available na teams ni nyina eje mu dia then for me I agree with Bayern Munich so more call for Hurricane you know I am sure going forward I don't be the medicals ne kwan first way na but for now Tottenham has accepted the bid and Hurricane is joining the Bavarians now Enra Juve akan you know na omu si akan na omu junior side na ebo initially na almost supporters the ban aba say omo nhia Romelu Lukaku e wo ma tire mu ade kronti omo nhia Lukaku e wo Inter Milan e ko grantee interview no say so no ko AC Milan anaso Okojuvia we betray team your friend Inter Milan into supporters na bonato he's not the first player of free Inter Milan joining Juventus. Almost say two teams no omo ya akrafo and their history need date back all the 1940s from Umberto Agnelli time at the Babi Sine. Fabio Cannavaro Munina Cannavaro from Inter Milan straight away to Juventus. But Romelu Lukaku supporters now making it clear. Say they don't need him. And penny found tie and decided say still the Lukaku beba no about be pima the arena na Saka dia mom. But you know it was clear. Almost they have a very good second goalkeeper. And supporters now after the game no to go back na so could Vlahovic. Almost Vlahovic. On tena no nsia kan fa mo hia Romelu Lukaku. E obobo korim. No very good second goalkeeper. Almost second goalkeeper no any wine. The almost person almost say in the Champions League final, Manchester City Inter Milan. Bona Abranti Fene de Marco Boy and Kawasha Lukaku ko free no. Juve supporters and say Lukaku a goalkeeper. Into omo hia ne boboku no. That is the position of the Juve fans. Ewo eye DJ Arena.
A bit more affect Chelsea Juve talks now.
No, you know already Chelsea are managed to pull out because they not do it some interested you. Because Chelsea ehun say omo position now 20 million plus Lukaku. But Juve says 40 million plus Lukaku and Chelsea near ready. So omo bet 40 million for Abranti friend deserve Vlahovic.
Chelsea and Juve agree on a figure. The supporters might make an effect on Saturday now.
It can. A bit to me because Juve situation now they need the fans. You will be obeying no Omakasa. I'm a supporters not here. But the situation of Juve now, they need the fans.
Do you remember Common Kasukra, Jews will be trying Common Sukra?
Do you know that? Yes, because they need the fans now. Do you know who here you welcome? Deducting 10 points. Later, I saw the bomb, banning Nedved and Agnelli Akotinefie, almost Paratici Munina out of the scene, bringing new people to manage the club again. You're saying you are for European competition. Omo team no more running on deficit. Omo sad the car. At the arena, they will need a supporter to fill the stadium. And the supporters are saying that allow Vlahovic to stay. Don't bring Romelu Lukaku. Inti Genoa see over Lukaku ne Vlahovic. No about her fans no Eddie Lukaku. Why na we hear this here? See I do hear fans no than the Romelu Lukaku the bemom. So obviously I want to believe they will choose the fans over Romelu Lukaku.
All right.
Again, and situation no kwan say any omonsem situation no Chelsea nsem. Into the Chelsea ben finally never na Ababi Abranti no etimi aba. Season we akwa season for goalkeepers. Na you know season we any season abon say goalkeepers na do so pa. Vicario no Ababi pimo Tottenham Hotspur. Yon some no ko Inter Milan. Oh na David Raya. Efri Brentford, Arsenal, Robert Sanchez, Efri Tima, your friend Brighton, no Bobby Pimo, Chelsea goalkeeper Kepa, na Kepa and so oko Bayern Munich, Obo se Mendy so oko ha into Genoa. A bad season for goalkeepers. Once obie put it obenya very good goalkeeper. Na no ena Peter Schmeichel dey to just say. Onima de krontia e wo se Arsenal coach Efri Mikel Arteta kofa David Raya Ebeka Ramsdale. The reason you know, say, I'm give so much credence to the number one goalkeeper. And it's our number one goalkeeper. And Pempino, now tell who's the number one goalkeeper, the second goalkeeper, Nemuchen. So the bear uncover issues, Emma, and you know, the top teams in Europe, and Pempino, are second goalkeeper, and Nipa be anymore. And to be say, time and only can. Edapomu, Edimet, my friend, Bayern Munich. One and then him assistant coach, event goalkeeper. The moment Ike Casillas assumed the position, Abra Cesar Coeno, and he passed and named the deputy for Ike Casillas. The moment that Jose Mourinho more Eddie Diego Lopez Bani, you conflict by Real Madrid. At a point, it was Sabaku Tusu Lopez or Sabaku Tusu Casillas. Calan Torot in the bar obey Tusu Casillas, and the day sending there Ebedumia Lopez Ecocopiemu in Italy. Peter Schmeichel days, Peter Schmeichel. Na kokoshe a goalkeeper Van der Gogwa, she space and a down montem. She Peter Cech ne Carlo Kuducini. Say Peter Cech itino ama asem ama kudutini ama medema ni nipa bebre kura enim a deputy goalkeeper for a team my friend Chelsea, and he feel that Ramsdale almost say errors to goals no a be on the year do na, but the reality is that solution a model for Arsenal or several Arsenal in crucial stages in the Premier League into any class or create that competition Pierre and say the moment almost Sunday Donnarumma and I say Kelanabas a baby call into Shep Bremer de Cotoa Ban, I also never move on because untimi nya two goalkeepers obi a ye national team goalkeeper no mo mamet na ben so you coach no ntimi am manage omo ya you know the issues ebeba Manchester City na no beto odwa say omo pe Abrante fan Lucas Paqueta
so goalkeeper asem na oka yenwie kepa ne Bayern de ne
okay
oti ye nwanwa na
ndo je no a eyem nwanwa but the amana anyem nwanwa na yemi hu say coach no coach Bayern Munich na coach Chelsea da no
yeah.
Eno na amana ne mo. Yes, eno na amana ne mo. But say also pe goalkeeper na also ko fa Hurricane out of the Champions League enye kepa. Unless obe pulu miracle bia.
Mimi bia say Bayern.
Yes.
Epe kepa.
Yes. No jeno.
Balaga.
Yes.
Omon prima nem fa nemba. Omon prima Thomas Tuchel. Emfa kepa enko Bayern Munich.
Obo team na oka na say dey.
Bayern for nem pene. Bayern Munich they are noted for giant huge goalkeepers. Kepa. You know, I'm going
who's are there on the day, no?
Mamma Ham.
Okay.
Mamma Ham, what them Mamma's Russo.
Okay. No, se Franco room.
No, me room is
so more Russo or more Franco is in
Chelsea for you when she show me.
Like Kepa no call you number 2. No, the situation.
You should not be scared.
You will see.
The situation.
Oliver Kahn,
Emfa hon.
Bayern Munich.
Abba Bonti. Why expressing interest when about out?
Message you
okay.
No. The reason why Franco Bayern are coming for him, it is not because he's going to be number 1. It is because in 2 months, Manonoya will not be available. And so I check it from December, but on your consistent injuries in Kwa, and almost a goalkeeper within a short time. Manonoya bar, obetimi as Ababe Fapul, men they think
it's open number 2 now to be on temporary grounds and Kepa. Kepa no bench it on pinion.
Until you say Kepa fit, na Manonoya fit, I best start Kepa ahead of.
That's what I'm saying. Kepa na nkasa no take that risk.
Pinion says it circumstances in Banatra.
Kepa.
Say Kepa to bench, Manonoya obekasa.
Say Manonoya 2 or 3 months on your available.
Nem mendi ne ko yeah. Nkasa the Kepa to bench be as.
The person me can say Manonoya enye 1 or 2 enko yi na hwe ni me say be 2 or 3 months. Kepa is odini hin with Chelsea. Enti onyim tum say on
Kepa di hin way.
Now you didn't hin with Chelsea.
Robert Sanchez abana he's not happy.
The whole of last season he was your number 1.
Because now mendi ntimi madam.
Me the start transfer me dream say Basu.
Basu. Obeko.
Who number 1 goalkeeper no be finance Obeko.
Obeko.
Kepa will not move.
All right.
We need him in the Premier League.
Okay.
Oh, you need him in the Premier League. That is the situation of Bayern Munich. Omo pe obia and Genoa. Manonoya fit na Kepa fit Kepa ntimi mi na no. Say ono ba be de gwa Manonoya. No. So obviously, and he's not happy because of the presence of Robert Sanchez. So I'm now is paying for. And in the Spanish national team, Robert Sanchez is considered ahead of Kepa. Initially, it was Kepa.
Yeah.
Before Unai Simon. And Sana DJ Akreba. Before David Raya, but now on Kahubio. Inti. Yan shares the subsequent games don't bet me up for my mom. He's not happy with the presence of Robert Sanchez. And also can hope or consider a deal for a team my friend Bayern Munich.
Okay.
My dear Kamau, Tyler Adams, you know, the contract is say Leeds United echo relegation dear. Then team be open be betting about it 20 million pounds. No about a far branch and I'm about to kind of. And Chelsea line up midfield no space no more person or more feeling he's one player or more person or more consider and then Kessben say Chelsea already said 20 million there you know and they say only 20 million pounds marketing for a player there's also more niche and that player is available and Chelsea I decided said they are going for that particular boy Casedo deal ne there you know Liverpool for all fire so omo dia akodo omo say was Chelsea there no cry but the boy says he want to play for Chelsea or a blue Into Juana or her. And if Tien cry if Chelsea ba, you know, they want to sign him before the game against Liverpool. And no name cry a free air Chelsea ashwe eba for Abrante for the most Casedo. Ni deal na che Chelsea ay kokwasa che. You know, you need this boy in your setup into also muyen in term no musani Abrante.
All right. Now the people can want
No, Kakrebi on the movement of a Hurricane to Bayern Munich. I stand to be corrected, but I think that this will be the biggest signing for Bayern Munich. The biggest, probably in their history. Other players,
No, Lewandowski.
No, Lewandowski to Bayern Munich, he wasn't as big as Hurricane.
That's a Franco, yeah, sure.
No. Time
Lewandowski.
Every Dortmund, Bayern Munich, ni pedigree, ni stature, in Drew and Hurricane.
Franco, Lewandowski. What's it?
You see, what's that?
No.
Timer, maybe you are looking at Hurricane, Lewandowski, the Bayern war, Bayern Munich, and
No,
the account.
I'm looking at what he did at Dortmund.
I'm looking at before he came to Bayern Munich. Almost like
Let me take it
what has
before
he
you
done
move
at
on.
the World Cup?
No, for the international stage, he doesn't come close to Hurricane.
Even following marketing achievement, you are talking about the English national team captain. You are talking about the captain of the Tottenham Hotspur. You are talking about Hurricane and the brand of BFU. It's the biggest in the English game now. Until time na Lewandowski, every Dortmund, back by Munich, and then watch.
No greater exploits over Europe.
No
No greater exploits over Europe. I see Hurricane Airquay.
greater exploits.
Well, because when it comes to the European competition, like
Yes.
Champions League,
Now
he was ahead of
established.
Lewandowski. Na Dortmund couple of finals of the
Hurricane
Champions League.
limited with England.
That was the time or share 4 goals against Real Madrid in the
yes.
Champions League.
Dortmund, what do you call it?
Lewandowski,
Hurricane. What has he done at the World Cup? What has
a goal
Lewandowski
scorer
done
at the World Cup, nothing.
Somebody who has won the top scorer at the World Cup. Would they Lewandowski at the time will free Dortmund back by a minute? I think that currently the crowds around Abrante and the Hurricane are bigger than time and Lewandowski. If we Dortmund, Echo. That is my thinking. You may disagree. And well, for me personally, at a personal level, it hurts me. Hurricane is leaving the Premier League because he will take a lot of things away.
Yeah.
He's massive. Hardly say the national team captain of England, Ene OP Marco, but that is Dortmund. Tottenham. Almost they won't sell him to any of their rivals. And I think that Bayern Munich has actually gotten a very good player, a dynamic forward.
Okay.
He's a half number 9, half number 10. He's a number 10, he's a number 9, and he can even help you from any of the flanks if you have to drift there. So for me, a best signing, say Bayern Munich, a complete here. And they, the major issue. There's some everybody say, I can't in personal terms there the day. And Nano Maker said the guy was relaxed because he knows either it's going to happen or when West comes to Shuva or better than next season or go free. I think Bayern has done so well. General, Nano now be some question be say near Saudi for ye. And high European game no. Now last week and this week, my dream says Sanya ni Susu say a bit affected European game no. Bigger than we were even thinking. Last week, Nebeto just said doesn't for a secure the right to telecast live the Saudi Pro League in UK. And I first I said Canal Plus and so a secure the right to telecast it live in France and in Africa. And Fox Sports in the US. And so Ababonte said Omonso secure the right to telecast the Saudi Pro League live in America. What it means is that, you know, in modern football, no, TV rights, no, and no the teams and another organizers of the league, you know, huge sums of money. And for example, according to Fox Sports, or more right or more secure, no, they will show 3 matches on every week. Every week they will show 3 matches. In fact, on my first game almost starting on Saturday, Friday, no, they will show it. And then the biggest game involving Steven Gerrard's Itifak and Cristiano Ronaldo's Nasri on Monday, a big game on Munina, Clearly, what it means is that if you have stars like N'Golo Kante, Sadio Mane, Jordan Henderson, Ruben Neves, Edward Mendy, Khalid Koulibaly, Marcelo Brozovic, Roberto Firmino, Sergei Milinkovic-Savic, name them, Ryan Mahrez. All these guys are in that league. General, competition will be big. And I'm sure that I'm now beginning to understand the fear. Now the English press, no pundits, no more kicker. Because we'll be 3 matches in a week. As a trend say, most 3 matches a beer, now 2 in a week, a being serious competition. First of all, from the TV rights for Omumba right, and the moment it's on TV, it is now in the doorsteps of basically everybody. And the availability of these games, by high and I'm a so it is a Saudi league, and so we get it into the homes of people across the globe. Then it's worrisome for the elite European League general.
But GPL penny was in a Fed Bia, our premiership,
EPL.
Yeah, GPL. So we see GPL, EPL.
I know Richard Master say in you Uncle America.
You see, England for example, I've forgotten the exact time, but on certain times, I think weekends, Saturdays before 2 p.m. Untimi show matches outside England live.
Okay.
Like times or more prime league games, Chrome on Ankas and Crofo League untimi in the live. Into more and share or modibe insulated like or modibe bomb mobile. We are no the free honum so I think say or TV rights contract near the Romasan sign far eguonum. But it's a twice to say not next season. Almost had the become general Odiagro.
Okay.
Ebe affect you affect you
Maybe
tell Andy and Newton not to compare Lewandowski to Harry Kane. Sir Franco Naro is right. Lewandowski was only a scorer for Dortmund and had no Champions League or international status compared to Harry Kane, who's keepers England. Has been at the UEFA Champions League final with Tottenham, has massive World Cup experience and status. Tell them they shouldn't anger me cry this morning. Sheikh Tofik Senu and anyway, and so a brain. Yanja Educhumwa, why always Hurricane? A player who can't decide for his team in terms of big games, either at club or national level. A player who always gets missed in tough games, if not penalty goals. And to me, he's not the first striker to lead a team in attack. Educhumwa at Cruz Medical.
General, catch a shake, sir. Lewandowski Super Champions League final and San Wokobain.
Okay.
The Hurricane there now.
All right.
in temperature.
Yes, just to dispel shake facts,
Yamfan say Champions League final me in Abubi at the time what happens to World Cup?
No, nobody will argue in terms of international.
Okay.
So when you are talking about player pedigree and then the clout and then the bigness
Okay.
you talk about competitions that will feature into the stats of being a top scorer at the World Cup.
Okay.
He captains 3 Lions of England.
Captains in the Saudi Lewandowski, you captain Poland.
Or captain Poland. Poland.
So 3 Lions, and I do try say during big games for 3 Lions.
Say Sheikh Jenamo Yana said Educhumwa. We'll combine it.
New baby, I con the Hurricane by Lewandowski because England big game on team Hurricane.
Woman in Casa.
Okay.
Yeah,
Poland better to England.
at the end of the day,
Match.
Ubebusa one question say trophy Ben on so 3 Lions. Say Lewandowski in FIFA Poland and G trophy at the international level. You who Lewandowski will, but you can't get more international level. But on me any legendary status in Sinche, the weight they have in world football. Gigs can say international football DNY. On for ways in Kuba Bia, Gary fan Kuba Bia, but the way of club football no Emily you do. Jamaican says Franco. Lewandowski was an established striker at Borussia Dortmund. As simple as that. And Sana buying coffin. Besides, nobody can convince me say Harry Kane could buy now. One of the biggest ever signing for them. It remains an opinion.
Exactly what Majesty brought. Okay. I disagree with Sir Franco Naro about Harry Kane being the best signing for Bayern Munich. He should come again.
Yeah.
Now, so far the simple.
Bring the names of
details so far the bra. The whole Casa Harry Kane ain't the biggest signing. Why not Wadrin also the biggest signing?
Well, they've brought in a Robin from Real Madrid. They've brought in Ribery from Marseille. They've also brought in Michel Ballack from Leverkusen.
Okay.
These were top players at the time. I know Mbappe JC of Bayern.
Okay.
Yes.
No, we are bigger than Hurricane now.
Okay.
Robin the Derby.
No,
No, we are bigger than
Hurricane,
now.
or General, Safranco. Hurricane now, okay. In world football, beyond England, you know, people even admire Drogba more. I say Hurricane, okay. I'm telling you this. Oye, Ruud van Nistelrooy more a level, elitism, eto muna. Obi more Hurricane wo. Suarez baby ojina obi more Hurricane wo.
Okay.
Obi more.
That's already do Bobo.
Say tina make us say Safranco Maya.
Suarez and Bayern Munich
say
are Suarez.
Hurricane is big.
You are standing
But
there.
say
Bayern.
Suarez,
Yes.
Bayern has not signed Suarez. I
Obviously,
wouldn't have made that
Bayern,
comment.
biggest
Talk about
signing,
players
Enya
that have
Hurricane.
been signed by
Men call Suarez will call Bayern.
Rangers or Bayern.
one call Bayern, but now international acclaim,
Bayern
no.
signing.
International acclaim, no.
Bayern signing.
Yes, international say international football. Now they carry Hurricane there, no.
Utrim.
Yes, because the Franco can international.
Bayern signing because small kind of Bayern.
Well, me
signing.
the Iron Robin betu no, me the Frank Ribery betu no. Omo me no Lewandowski himself, me the number 2 Hurricane.
Line up now at them tower here Ballack, but I am Robin.
Ballack,
Them with too. Okay. Ballack was ahead of Hurricane, but Robin they now a year before coming to Bayern there Nemro Hurricanes.
Okay, narrow.
But
Ballack
Ballack
not agree on what.
Ballack they agree. Ballack was ahead of Hurricane.
Still okay.
Of course.
Okay.
You see, this is England's all-time top scorer. All-time. Tottenham Hotspur's all-time top scorer. So far, Michel Ballack. Maybe the World Cup. But Hurricane, we are talking about an individual here. For an individual to win the goal king at the World Cup, it means that at that World Cup, he was the most prolific.
Ballack played in the Champions League final with Bayern 04 Leverkusen team. He was
Hurricane
part
has
of,
also played in the
no,
finals.
so okay, say Ballack maybe the World Cup. And I remember they can say Ballack was part of the Leverkusen team that played Real Madrid in the finals.
And I'm saying that.
And a German big boy.
And the final now, okay. Boy, now your friend Hurricane, or no, so only Tottenham, about Champions League final. Maybe.
Ballack has been at the World Cup final too.
I agree.
Gee.
And what I'm saying is,
Then they ma.
you know, offer ne consistency. The number of times Waji Gokin, the number of times was stay on the top. It's an individual hill.
Okay.
Edu baby the national team on you know. Then you zero it down to the individuals. Okofa Lewandowski the bar or men baby. Especially at the time, you see, on your beat here. Najin Bayan say Lewandowski na ne bimpa or free by a mini call Barcelona. That is not the argument. We're looking at Lewandowski at the time he was signed by Bayern Munich.
Yemfesia.
Thank you.
Na yenko yenim. Majesty me use try no try typing we need to record eba. All right. But yenko Kaswa Kofi Kofi Kaswa Chelsea's bid of 48 million pounds for Romeo Lavia of Southampton has been rejected according to Sky Sports. Manuel Neuer currently has issues with kicking the ball. Oh, okay. So it's likely he won't be the same goalkeeper again when he comes back. So Kepa is sure to be Bayern long-term replacement for Neuer. Kepa is not going to be on bench for long at Bayern. Okay, Kofi Silada Okano, and so no. Hurricane hasn't played any match for Bayern Munich yet. So why are people concluding he's the biggest? We all saw what happened with Mane, okay, at Bayern. We all saw what happened with Mane at Bayern. We also had a flop at almighty Real Madrid. How can we judge a player in a new team when he hasn't played his first game? Kofi Kaswa.
Kofi didn't understand that. We didn't say he's the best sign. We say he's the biggest at the time of arriving.
Robert Lewandowski, Bayern's second top scorer in history of their club, with 375 games, with 344 goals. Until Onodio feels Lewandowski and the biggest signing, Bayern Munich. Majestic Digital. Newton.
General. And now no pay bear 6 and ni pass and Darako post 2 or Twitter. Say on Tiasia say oyisu word bi na menye ne ye. I think say bi on benya ma me akire. On tia say Brighton for making sure say omoma Moises ka say the ho kire no na. Oyisu I think kidnapping or something. Oyisu one word bi. Na in fact, general and open internet for na hwegu no so papa. Na me wo ba bia na omu hwegu no so no bi no. Ya na detail Oyisu brofu bi me de pa. The selling club decides. The modern day football, we keep saying, say there are certain roles be a rare breed. The DM role, honomono. Now, only mu say Declan Rice. All we have questions be brave. So at the time, I even Asian, free Leon, back Chelsea. How I need who Asian. Then oh here Declan more command the 100 million tag. Oh here bit say Enzo Fernandez come on World Cup. Just a solitary season of Benfica, and also commanding 100 million. Now Moises Caicedo I establishing within Brighton and for that matter the EPL. Now also on releasing manenko on Casa Meton when now say open no general. Among for any Brighton for your I think say me side with Brighton. Okay. That is their golden jewel. And now can be Chemo has said Obiako Kobe there. A pen within the fast. Yeah. So Chelsea are ready. Almost say £100 million wet Mama Fanenko. Me person side with Sani Dara. Okay. Me nene nyadwene but where's an internet issue going to me to those ways but I don't agree with Sani Dara. I think that Brighton should decide because we lose soon is getting a replacement to nurture another profile of that magnitude. A very tough for the amount. And nothing also air treat Chelsea. Chelsea can go one of the richest clubs in the world. We should go down general Mokofano.
We say last minute, you better players be able to son any live.
You know, when was my Casara?
I'm assuming Casara.
But you know, I'm some
game, no.
I'm some what I feeling. I'm some what I feeling. Chelsea
short period. Okay. But Adams says he didn't check for me.
Here we go. Okay. Fabrizio announced. Here we go. Chelsea.
With Harry Kane, we can't even sign Atizigi, and still win the. We can even sign Atizigi and still win the Bundesliga and the Champions League this season. Clifford Chiba for Anyway, and so Bray. All right. Let Nairo know that what has what has England team done for him to hail Harry Kane? If Harry Kane is the all-time best scorer, what has England? The all-time best scorer. Kuskus Sambra Biom, I'm sorry, I see now. Yes, I message. Many